to make my freshly baked blueberry muffins. They're warm, they're gooey, they're packed full of blueberries, and they are absolutely delicious. So I've had countless requests for bakery style muffins, and I thought I would start off with the classic of blueberry. And I'm starting off with my plain flour in a bowl and adding baking powder. I'm adding in some salt because it balances the flavour really well, but it is optional. Some granulated sugar, and then also some light brown soft sugar. And then you just want to combine all of your dry ingredients. I then have my melted and cooled butter, and I'm going to add in my buttermilk, adding my eggs, and then a little bit of vanilla. And then I'm just going to combine the wet ingredients as well. The mixture can look a little bit gross, but just trust the process. I'm just going to pour them together, and you want to combine them but mix them as little as possible. You don't want to overmix. And when the mixture looks nearly combined, this is when I'm going to add in my blueberries. I'm using fresh, but you can use frozen. If using frozen, don't thaw them first. I then have my muffin tray, and I'm basically going to grease the whole thing, even the top. If you don't have one of these sprays, you can just melt down butter and grease it, but you want to grease the entire tray. And then you need to split the mixture between all of the holes. I then just add a couple of blueberries to the top if I think they're just looking a little bit sparse. And then a healthy sprinkling of brown sugar on top of each one. This is optional, but it creates a lovely texture and also a caramelization, which you would love. You then need to bake these in the oven at a higher heat for 5 minutes. This basically shocks them upwards to create the lovely muffin that we're after. Then you lower the temperature and bake for a little bit longer to create the perfect texture on the inside. And they do look very full, but they're meant to, trust me. And now we bake. And then when they're fresh out the oven, you want to leave them to cool for 10 minutes before turning out. And then you want to leave them to cool slightly. And then here you have my freshly baked blueberry muffins. They're still warm, they're gooey, they're delicious, and they are absolutely Moorish. Find the full recipe on my blog as always.